Fireworks? Nah, I didn't see no fireworks.
Fireworks over here. I don't know what you're talking about.
How about this? Why don't you leave your number? And if I see something, I'll give you a call. What's your number? 1-800-JERK-OFF? Fireworks. I didn't see anything.
Fireworks are illegal. What are you out of your mind?
We don't do that over here. Let's take a fucking hike, pal. There's nothing going on over here. They came back there for the fireworks. I don't know.
What fireworks?
Nah, there's nothing going on over here,
Why
pal.
does everybody keep saying fireworks?
We didn't see anything, so...
I don't know, it was sparklers maybe, that's it.
Yeah, it was a little sparkler. Small sparkler. What the fuck's this shirt go fucking at?
So I'ma fight for the right time. Fuck Trump, fuck ICE, free Palestine. I'ma say that shit again, free Palestine.
Fireworks never hurt no one. Get as close as you want to them. It is perfectly fine. Fireworks never hurt no one. Light them directly underneath you. You can never die. Best place to see them is directly below. Light them all at once. Stand real close. Your friends think that you're crazy. They'll never know how wonderful the night will be when you're the one that explodes.
Hey, if you got invited to a Hawaiian barbecue, and
I would pull up.
if you could either eat the baked boto or the freshly caught mahu mahu, which one you eating?
Probably the mahu mahu.
Mahu mahu, okay. Sounds good. All right, my boy. Good looking out, G.
Peace out.
Yep.
It's me, a woman who's either a fundamentalist Christian or an entire lesbian. You know me, wary of the government. I can my own food, but you can't tell if it's in a sustainability way or a doomsday way. I smell awful. Maybe I was born and raised here in the hills of Appalachia. Or maybe I moved here after a failed career as a sex dancer in Bushwick. The question on everyone's mind is, what kind of a white girl in denim is that? Religious and scary about it, or gay and scary about it? Welcome to my store, where I only sell sundries made of alpaca yarn. Bless you. My name is River Beth. It's my chosen name, but chosen by who exactly? God or she-they-name-generator.net? I was just about to enjoy my lunch. Let me fetch it from my big, dirty tote bag. Musty book, a jar filled with the shop cat's whiskers. Oh, here it is, a Tupperware of just chickpeas. Scientists don't know why the Venn diagram between fundamentalist Christian women and full-ass lesbians is basically a circle. But there are theories. We both made poor memories at all-girls summer camp. We both had crushes on Spirit, the horse from Spirit. And we both love Bush. I can see that I'm bothering you. I'll stop talking and start singing. Come on, skinny love, just as me. Don't go! Not before I invite you to my fireside crafting circle this evening. I host it with my partner, Sequoia Breadth. Sequoia is spelled with a Y, if that helps. I know it doesn't. My sisters and I have to make signs for the big protest tomorrow. I've already finished mine. Excuse me, sir, can I help you find something? Oh, you're deaf. Well, that's okay. I know ASL. You seem like a nice lady. I should just be honest with you. If you're free, I'd really like to see you this weekend. Really? Great. What are you doing Sunday?
fire drill. We need all hands on deck to finish the report I want now.
It's 4 p.m. and this is the first time we've heard about this today.
I don't have time to explain why this report is super duper important. Just do it now.
Okay, I can get to this once I finish my other work for the day.
No, the report needs to take priority, but you still need to tend to your daily tasks.
I don't know how I could possibly do both of those things at the same time. I'll reach out to some associates for help.
No, we don't have budget for additional resources. Do better.
All right, I'll just need some time to work.
I haven't heard anything in 5 minutes. We need a check-in.
If I could just work uninterrupted, then I could get this done.
Check-in.
These interruptions are really messing with my flow.
Touch point.
You're not even adding anything in these meetings.
Circle back.
The report is on shared drive. You can just open the link and look there.
End of day sync.
I can't keep doing this.
I'm logging off now, but I need you to work through the night. I need it by 7 a.m. for review.
I stayed up all night to finish this. I hope that it's good.
The meeting for the report has been rescheduled. I will need a refreshed version next week.
Oh my god, I hate this job so much.
I don't know how many times I have to explain it to you liberals, but the Empire has a right to defend itself. I was at Corellian Fest this week and just trying to enjoy a little bit of music and have a nice time. And what do I hear coming from the stage? Death, death, death to the stormtroopers. Rebel scum. You know that's a call for genocide, right? Genocide against Imperials. If you're saying death to the stormtroopers, you mean everyone in the Empire is a stormtrooper. Yeah, I mean, we have mandatory conscription, but you're saying every Imperial deserves death. Let me tell you something. Stormtroopers are the most moral security force in the galaxy. The amount of restraint that I have seen shown as we go up against these religious fanatics every single day to a place where we brought order, we brought security, we brought civilization in the face of constant, I'll say it, terrorism. And what do we get? Slurs. Death threats. These days it feels like if a stormtrooper even looks at a rebel the wrong way, suddenly we're oppressors, we're occupiers. But they can blow up a munitions depot and suddenly they're freedom fighters. You know, if we shouted death to the rebellion on that stage, we'd be accused of hate speech, which is exactly what this anti-imperial rhetoric is, by the way. And to be at a music festival, just like the one in Mos Eisley, before the lives of 13 brave imperial stormtroopers were taken by a pair of religious fundamentalists. You know, y'all make me sick. The next time that you're in trouble, you know, when you've got the next time your spice freighter needs security, or, I don't know, the Hutts come around asking for cash again, don't call us. You know what? Because we remember when you chanted what you chanted on that stage. You know, it's the double standards that crack me up. None of you cared about Gorman like 5 minutes ago, okay? And now suddenly everyone's an expert on gouge mining and colonialism, and we're just trying to do our jobs, you know? And you're saying that we're committing genocide, even though it was our troopers, okay, that got killed by Space Hamas. So I'm done with the double standards. I'm done with the anti-imperial hate speech. If you're going to mock the troopers, if you're going to mock the Emperor, maybe you have it coming. By the way, Gorman didn't happen. And also, they deserved it.
I saw this quote on Instagram the other day and I cannot stop thinking about it. Like, what a beautiful reminder that the revolution is spiritual. If you are in touch with spirit, it doesn't matter what religion you are practicing, then you just know certain things are wrong. This is a spiritual revolution, a call to come back to ourselves and nature as much as it is a political one. So sometimes submission to God means disobedience to the state.
To some of y'all, but you weren't born in the wrong century. You were born in the wrong social class. We can bring back Bridgerton, we can bring back balls, but you won't be invited because you're a poor. If we do bring them back, though, you can protest them, or you can work there as a servant, or you can post pictures of rich people on your Instagram story and be like, she ate that. But you won't be invited because you can't wear Shein to the Bridgerton Ball 2024. But what you can do is you can invite 7 of your half-close friends to your 1-bedroom apartment and have a theme night. And then go to work the next day. That's fun. On the plus side, you're a spinster anyway, and if you were invited, no one would dance with you and you have to stand in the corner because you have no value anymore. And everyone would gossip about you and talk about how worthless you are. So, that's nice. You don't have to do that, you grimy little 25-year-old. Also, they were boogieing. Those Bridgertons were boogieing while the world was burning. So, you don't want to be like that.
Okay, bye. He has gotten so heavy, overweight. He looks so unhealthy. I saw him eating McDonald's. Anyway, I'm just gonna go grab some coffee. Do you want anything from the grocery store? At the grocery store, I saw Sarah. She's gained weight. I hate her now. All right, I'll just get you a little ice cream. But don't eat too much. I don't want to. I love you. Bye. Mwah.
Whenever I see your mustache, I get scared. Scared that I'll have to pretend it isn't patchy and gross for the rest of my life. Please get help.
Really good.
Why are we clapping for that?
Now that you've grown a mustache, I'm worried you may never be able to do drag again.
Yeah. I've never done drag. I've never done drag before.
Really? What's the point of being gay if you don't get to dress up?
These are pictures of who Justin thinks he looks like, and this is what he actually looks like.
Oh my god!
Go back to the other
Where
guy.
did you get
Yay!
Are you getting this?
That thin, ratty mustache makes you look like someone who's weird to women at bars.
Give it a couple more weeks. It takes time to grow in.
We don't have that kind of time!
Justin, as your friend, you can't have a bad mustache and be fat.
Is that supposed to make me feel better? Alright.
Please
Becca, why am I comforting you?
I fear your mustache is only the beginning. What's next? Like a soul patch? A goatee?
Yeah, maybe.
Dude, like, so you're just gonna be ugly forever now? Like, guys, I just don't get it. Like, why do you do this?
I'm just gonna speak from the heart. You look like a shorter, fatter version of me.
I am in perfectly fine shape. I have the Nike workout app.
Have you made an account?
Let's just move on.
This is actually harder for us than it is for you.
How?
Because we have to look at you. Well, you're so ugly, you're making Becca cry.
I think she looked at you by accident.
Becca, shut up.
Dear baby Jesus, please lead Justin to salvation, to a barber, or off a cliff. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. That was good.
I need to stop hanging out with people from work.
Not allowed to do that.
So what happens now?
Oh,
What happens now?
he wasn't supposed to do that. He needed approval.
Sure, but what happens now? What steps will you take?
He shoulders responsibility for what happens from here on out.
What does that mean? He doesn't care. Look at him. He's like the guy at the end of Dead Silence. I think Stephen Miller just crawls in and rambles some stuff.
We demand clear answers about this.
What does that mean? I know a bunch of you are planning on running in 2028. What are you gonna say?
I'll say, come and arrest me.
No, not Gavin.
Say, hey, come and arrest me.
Anybody else come up with something?
We could say, this isn't us. This isn't America.
Please don't do that. This is most definitely us. This is like peak us. Arrest me, tough guy, 2028. Is anyone other than Gavin Shark Eyes Newsom brainstorming right now?
He was supposed to ask us before taking military action, and he didn't put us in a group threat or anything.
Stand up straight.
Oh.
We can't do anything by ourselves. We need Republicans to come to the table.
Those guys? You're waiting for those guys to come to the table?
Bans team.
When's the last time they were interested in anything bipartisan?
We all agreed TikTok should be banned.
That wasn't a compromise. That was you guys falling into a big hole with like twigs sprinkled across it.
Oh.
He should be impeached. Yes, so then what?
Well, we would need Republicans to come to the table.
Copy them. Copy something out of their playbook. What have they done to make life very hard for you? When Obama was president, what did they do?
Those things were pretty rude. I don't know if we want to be rude.
Hey, picture me your sunglasses. Come and arrest me.
Oh my god.
For Alex Maestricht, he had it all.
Yeah, Mom, I'm gonna ask her to marry me.
The life of every party.
Sweet Caroline!
Financially stable.
Fred, do we have a deal? Yes, $3.2 million.
Until...
Pablo? What are you doing here? It's your day off.
I don't need you to cut the grass till Monday.
That's actually why I stopped by, Mr. Maestrick. I can't come on Monday anymore.
Okay, you can come on Tuesday.
I actually can't come on Tuesday either. Or any other day.
Don't tell me you're quitting on me.
I'm getting deported.
The capitalist pigs of America held a gaudy and vainglorious display of their dwindling military might this past weekend. The US have not won a war since the USSR defeated Germany in 1945, and the US celebrated this fact by shining all their best tanks and guns. Their inferior leader, pictured here looking old, confused and tired, sat next to an expensive prostitute and a drunk television host for the duration of the parade. In total, $40 million was spent on the parade by the debt-ridden failed state, shamefully done so at a time of increasing poverty in the country. Many have noted how pudgy and overweight the Trump looks at a time when Americans struggle for food. Unable to tolerate political dissent, the inferior leader's supporters shot dead an opposition politician in one city, while in other locations, a protester was shot and a follower of the cult leader attempted to drive his car into the crowd. The propaganda exercise was swallowed whole by the dull of mind and incurious of spirit. The helpless sheep believe themselves to be the envy of the world, but the world laughs in their faces.
When the 500 Marines show up to LA to stop the riots, all 500 Marines just started kissing each other. You know, like hypothetically. Think about it. What would happen?
Hey, don't be part of the problem. Be the entire problem. Ruin someone's day.
I just ordered it to come in one of the folders, the fancy folders.
No, I don't mean like what is it in. I meant like what did you study? Oh. I don't care like what it's physically in.
I thought you wanted to know if I had my degree split.
Here's something we can all relate to. Until I was about 10, I thought that I was Japanese. No, my dad was a Marine. When I was a little kid, we were stationed in Okinawa, Japan. Yeah, all right. You guys are weird. Okinawa's a beautiful place, dude. I was stationed there, but I was a dumb kid. I was a little kid. I was stupid. I thought that because I lived in Japan, that just made me Japanese. You know what I mean? I thought that everybody who lived on base just was by default Japanese, no matter what you look like. You know what I mean? We had this cleaning lady. She would come clean our apartment once a week. She had a traditional Japanese name. It was Miss Gloria. She was very sweet woman. She would teach me all kinds of Japanese. She taught me how to count in Japanese. Uno, dos, even tres. My mom was from Boston, but she was really into Japanese culture. She had me sporting a Japanese haircut. I had a bowl cut growing up, which is very popular there. And she'd always be like, "It's a Japanese haircut." "Oh, Jack, it's just a Japanese haircut." So I thought I was a Japanese boy. That's what I thought. And then when I was like 7 or 8, we moved to the States, moved directly to Tampa, Florida. Primarily Spanish-speaking area. So when we got there, I was like, wow, there's so many Japanese people here. I was just walking around, hola, konnichiwa. Just confused. The kids at school didn't know what to make of me, dude. First day of school, they're like, why does your hair look like that? I was like, this is a Japanese haircut. They're like, is that a Japanese accent? See. teachers caught wind of this pretty quick, dude. Right away, they were like, what part of Massachusetts are you from? I was like, I've never heard of Massachusetts. I am but a Japanese boy. They put me in speech classes the next day. Like, right away, they're like, he doesn't even have R's in there. You know what's crazy? To graduate from speech class, I had to say the sentence, girls drive cars to Mars. Which I'm nailing it now. You know what I mean? But at the time, I was like, girls drive cars to Mars. The lady was like, it's not Mars, it's Mars. And I was like, I understand the confusion here. Mars actually means more in Japanese. She's like, no, it does not.
Grown men are saying sweet dreams to each other on TikTok in a new trend. What does that mean for the masculinity of America?
There are 3 wars going on right now.